arrival at Haneda. No snow, but these idiots are So yeah, I'm taking Luca with me on this little journey of ours. Alright, so we just landed in Doha, and because our plane was late, our connection is a bit screwed up. We have 10 minutes to get to the next flight. So Luca and I are trying to run and not miss this flight to Milan. So on goes the journey. So we are on our last leg of the journey. We have one more train to go, and we decided to stop off for a little bit of pizza here in Milano, and then off we go to my parents' house. How's your pizza, Luca? Looks amazing. Mortadella e speck. All right, so fast forward 27 hours, I forgot. Here I am at home in Italy, and I'm gonna get going straight away with visiting a really special place that is actually not too far from my parents' house here in Italy. It's called Autofficina Mea, and I've actually shot there before for Speed Hunters. It's basically a really well-known restorer of historics, classic cars, Ferraris, Lamborghinis, you name it, they do everything. And they specialize in mechanical stuff, and they're giving me the okay to kind of roam free in there today. And hopefully we'll see what kind of cars they have in there. Should be special. Hopefully you'll enjoy what I kind of find out today. So as you know, we do a lot of traveling here on the channel. We are in Italy today for this week's shooting. And I just wanted to introduce you to NordVPN, who have come on board and sponsored the channel. You know, it comes in super handy when you're trying to find content from other regions, or you know, when you're trying to organize your next trip, you're able to kind of shop around for flights and get the best pricing out there, and of course the added safety of having that cybersecurity right there to help you. So you're able to get 4 months extra on a 2-year plan if you use my personalized link, which is below. It's nordvpn.com/DinoDC. And the best thing is you get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so there's nothing to lose. So here we are, we're gonna head in. I don't want to give away what the location actually looks like. There's a lot of valuable stuff inside here, but let's go take a look inside. All right, so I just had a quick look around just to kind of familiarize myself with the cars that are here. But as you come in, you see that this is a really big warehouse space. And Autofficina Mea has actually been in this space since about the year 2000, but they actually started way back in 1975 and have kind of you know, made a place in the market for the venue to come to get your mechanicals rebuilt, redone, restored of any type of classic car. As you can see here at the very beginning of the shop, we have a little Fiat 500 and a ton of engine blocks and heads just waiting to be either restored, reconditioned, and then obviously reused. But as we get into the main section of the workshop, this is where the good stuff is. We'll get in there in 1 second. Over here is the main workshop area, and we have probably the most unloved Ferrari here, the 3.2 Mondial. You know, 2+2 seating arrangement, not the most coveted Ferrari ever made, but you know, even in this day and age, people are really beginning to kind of go back and look at these cars and kind of see them in a different light. You know, at the end of the day, it is a classic Ferrari, and they're slowly finding their place in the market. It's a very long wheelbase if you actually take time to sit here and just look at it. And obviously that is because all this space here past the door is where the little 2 seats for the rear passengers sit. Of course, Pininfarina design and kept in wonderful condition, beautiful paint, and really nice inside and out. Next up is this 1100, so 1100 Fiat. They don't even know what actual coachwork this is. Even the owner doesn't know, but it is 1100 base, and it's in here for some random maintenance. They're actually doing some suspension and brake work, front and back, doing the drum brakes, and again, beautiful machines from the old days. You can see how the cabin is laid out, and it's actually a really wide car. There's a lot of space between the driver and passenger, and this is a car that has participated in the Mille Miglia. You can see the little 1100cc 4-cylinder breathing out of 2 little Webers. Very cool indeed. Next to it, one of my favorite old Ferraris, 275 GTB2, a car that comes from Belgium, and it is absolutely stunning, especially in this silver. Of course, just like the Mondial, this is a Pininfarina design. Front engine V12, rear wheel drive. You can see the actual massive space where the engine sits before you get to the actual cabin. That typical old school, you know, engine front, cabin back design. It gives such aggressive proportions to these cars. And I feel Ferrari has really done well in recent years with the F12 first, and then the A12 Superfast, and kind of capturing this kind of silhouette look that the 275 had. And it is something very special. It's, you know, when you come close to a car in this condition, of this importance, you just stand here in awe and just admire every little detail. And look at that, such a simple rear end. 2 circular lights, the braking and the indicators are all in one little light enclosure. And then we have the quad exit exhausts, that little integrated lip spoiler that flares upward from the rest of the body, and the venting here on the pillars, absolutely beautiful. And inside, look at that. This is a beautifully restored car. Absolutely stunning. Only 1,500 kilometers on the clock. I'm not sure if that's post-engine refresh or something, but if it is only that, wow. So there it is, 275 GTB/2. Of course, these cars came with knockoff wheels, and I don't mean replicas of anything. This actual part here that you knock into position to hold a single lug nut in place, and those projectors. And I have to say, I never actually noticed this little metal chrome bumperette there on the side. I wonder if that's maybe a US model thing, or I'm not sure. Back here, covered up, is a 355 that has seen way better days. So this has been involved in an accident, unfortunately, and it's here to get the oily bits underneath taken care of and fixed up before it heads off to a body shop to get the rest of the car done. And over here in the middle, there's a nice little ensemble of 4 special cars. The Jaguar MK2, Beautiful silhouette. And next to it, 308 GT4 rally car. So actually there's two of them. There's one covered up over there. It's actually quite cool to be seeing this because if you recall the video that me and Larry did on Haggerty of the Vantech collection, Moro-san in Japan actually collects a bunch of these, and he's really into the GT4 rally car. Look for these cars. And of course that means pretty aggressively fendered out rear fenders, slightly less fendered out front ones. And of course the quad projector setup here in the middle, the CM lights and the pop-ups make it really special. And something really cool here, there's a Ken Block Forever With Us sticker. Absolutely cool. And I got the guys to open up the hood to the 275 because I just wanted to indulge in some magical Ferrari V12 awesomeness here. You can see the 3 twin draft Webers up there. What a beauty. Beautifully mechanical, possibly one of the best sounding engines ever created. Right, so I've pretty much had a nice good hour here at Autofficina Mea, and I'm gonna head out and hopefully head down to a local Alfa Romeo dealer where the owner of the dealership actually collects older cars, mainly Alfa Romeos, and they keep them on the second level of the actual dealership. So hopefully we can get access to go up there and kind of look at another interesting side of local car culture here in Italy, which is obviously a lot to do with historic and collectible cars. So this is actually the dealership I was talking to you about. It's a massive Alfa Romeo, Lancia, Jeep, Abarth, basically the Stellantis group. And they have a bunch of classic cars up there that belong to the owner. There's a bunch of Alfa Romeos up there. And then we have some Lancias, a Mercedes, and some really old stuff. And I actually asked them for access to the second floor, and they said it could be possible, but unfortunately they have to ask the owner. So I may be able to come back in a couple of days, or at least after I get this shooting week over and done with Larry. I'll definitely come back here, take a look upstairs. But before we do that, I just wanted to head inside because, you know, if you live abroad, you wouldn't know that Lancia actually is still very much a brand here in Italy. They sell a bunch of like little city cars and stuff, but it's just really kind of nostalgic to see the Lancia logo. And we'll head inside quickly because there's two cars that I want to show you guys. So as you can see, this is the Y, the current in production car here in Italy. Hybrid little city car. But of course it's these two that I wanted to show you guys. Two very nice Lancia Delta Integrales. So this one is finished off in green. It's not the very last version of the Integrale, nor is the one next to it, but it still is a very beautiful and well-kept example, as is this dark blue one next to it. Beautiful, beautiful cars. And it's cool that we're actually seeing these because me and Larry have been invited to Amos, Automobili Amos, just north of Milan, to test out their Safarista, so the two-door version of this car, which is built for rallying. So we're gonna check that out, see how they build the cars, and kind of see how resto mod company can take these classic vintage historical cars that mean so much for motorsport and for the Italian Lancia brand, and just create something out of this world. I think it's a great way to end this first video here in Italy, kind of giving you an example of what's happening in the next few days as I make my way through Italy, starting tomorrow with a rather long train journey into Milan to pick up another car from the same group, but more on that on the next vlog. Hope you enjoyed it so far, and there's a hell of a lot more coming from Italy, so make sure you check back soon for more.